but are they actually required to know a bit about American culture? If the Filipinos I know already know all this stuff anyway, but do they actually make sure that you know enough about the culture to keep up?
Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's included in the questions, but I do know they teach it once they're hired.
Okay.
And I know, when I visited some of the call centers, they have televisions turned on to the football games or the Rose Bowl, or because like we're not very familiar with American football. We know basketball. So just to make sure that the agents know what's going on in the U.S. and why, what might be exciting some of the people they're talking with on the phone, and so they can engage them in in conversations that are interesting.
Well, my last question would be just about the economic effect. It looks like this industry is growing really fast. And there's even some projections that say it could be represent 10% of GDP. I mean, this is a big deal. Do you think it's going to continue growing at this rate for much longer?
Well, right now, if you ask us right now, we're not feeling any slowdown. If anything, we here in the association, we're feeling further growth and expansion from all our members. We're always attracting new members, and our existing members are expanding. The largest center now here has 55,000 employees. The largest company has 55,000 employees, and they continue to expand, and they're expanding outside of Metro Manila as well, also within Metro Manila. I mean, places in Metro Manila now, they have to, there's no more really greenfield. You have to tear down some old warehouses, and they're starting to do that, redevelop areas, because there's no really virgin space to build. But outside Metro Manila, there are a lot of other smaller cities that are already hosting. For example, Cebu City in the south is quite dense already with BPOs. Davao City in Mindanao is starting to really get into the picture, into the industry. And then smaller cities scattered throughout the Philippines. I think about 40 cities or towns have some locators in them, probably more. Sort of under the radar. So yes, there's a big economic impact, and then the multiplier effect. Of course, the telephone companies are, major revenues generated from these clients in BPO centers, and they're also investing very heavily, because all our fiber optic networks and the whole archipelago is hooked up with redundant networks. Is purely private sector investments without incentives. The only incentive here is that, if we link this down, then will the BPOs come, and then they can generate revenues from that. The other sector that has benefited greatly is the real estate sector. We rescued them from the 1997 Asian financial crisis, and since then, they've been booming along with the industry. Sometimes they say that 100% of large office space, let's say above 1,000 square meters, is being committed or leased out to BPOs. New office space, and right now there's even there's a lot of competition for office space now, so it's really good for the developers and the real estate brokers, and they are also trying to ride the wave of moving into the smaller cities and towns, and so they are there building developments, building campuses, and that's really what also keeps it going. So we haven't run out of space, we haven't run out of people. We just have to keep teaching and training, and educating also the different stakeholders, and that's what keeps us busy. But I think that's what's going to keep this industry here really growing. And I think we're over 5% of GDP now. We think about 8% by 2016, and yes. after that, I'm sure 10% will be within reach in the next 5 years or so.
And just to clarify, some of the main sorts of industries that would be relying on BPO in the Philippines, is it airlines, simple IT help with computers? Can you name a few things that are pretty common, the reasons for people's calls?
Yeah, well, yes, let's say domestic tourism benefits greatly because the employees are able to afford, short vacations to the beach, and transportation in general is another benefactor. Of course, construction, also the food retail, and of course all the consumer retail items, because these are young people with disposable income, and so they are spending it, and but they are also investing a lot in education. So schools are benefiting from this, and some of the good training centers are also growing because of the demand for training. Of course, the recruitment companies, executive search companies are all very busy. We even have now groups that are hosting, let's say, Australian delegations and Japanese delegations coming in to look and see what they can do here.
Very interesting. Jillian, those are all my questions. You've been really helpful, and I really appreciate it.
Okay, anytime I'd be happy, yeah.
Okay, and I'll send, once I'm done publishing, it'll probably be later this week, I'll send a link to the story to you and Janae.
That's great. Thank you very much, Patrick.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.